Hello, hello, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be singles and couples, general love, whatever energies are most present. We're going to start with the singles. Make sure you like and subscribe, and you leave your questions and your comments below. You never know, you might be the lucky person who gets their question answered in the comment section with a one card reading. All right. So we see our Tauruses defending themselves, defending their honor, pushing forward with their beliefs. And we see some of our Taurus who are parents putting in some heavy lifting, juggling the responsibilities of being a parent and also just your daily life. And it being a lot to handle, but you're doing it very well. You're pushing through, you're being strong. We see a lot of Tauruses coming to a point where they're feeling a little fed up with opposition, people coming up against them, people trying to create challenges within their lives that they don't really deserve, obstacles that aren't really meant to be there. So we see many of our Taurus singles out there taking a stand, taking charge, setting personal boundaries, and having the will and the drive to be determined in your goals and say, this is my life, this is what I'm going to do with it. And if you don't like it, that is too bad. We see you having the strength and the fortitude to push through. And this card is so important for parents and things, and many of you who are going through ups and downs who might be single parents right now. That's a sign of your strength. It's a sign of the universe supporting you towards your goals to live the life that you want, to have the freedom without oppression that you want. We see a lot of my Tauruses heavily focused on creating a firm foundation, working very hard and diligently at their jobs and at their crafts. Many of you Taurus are at high level positions or have very important positions that take lots of skills, years of experience to get to this point. And we see you being admired for the work that you do and being paid for your efforts, for all of the work that you put in and all the seeds that you plant. We see your efforts coming to fruition. We see your finances looking really well after you've been determined to fight through obstacles, fight through challenges, to push through. You've made a lot of sacrifices, and it looks like your sacrifices are beginning to pay off for my Taurus. It looks like this meticulous attention to detail and whatever efforts mentally, spiritually, or physically that you're working on, these efforts are paying off. You're finding that you're ascending, you're going to a higher level, from let's say an apprentice or entry level to a management level. You're getting a higher level of knowledge, a higher level of recognition. So here we see the Princess of Wands, and she's the dancer in this card. We see someone with the fire sign energy around you. We see someone who is very outgoing and passionate, a passionate energy around you. We see some of you who have children, putting your children in activities during this time. As it is spring in the US at least, we see things that are beginning to reopen around the world and people spending time out doing things that they enjoy. This is also a nod to the universe to kind of be aware of this sort of intimate energy coming towards you from someone who might be overtly sexual potentially. For my Taurus singles out there, you might have a younger female presence trying to interfere or cause temptation as well. That is another way to read this card. There could be a female in a place of employment or a female that you used to work with who could be younger to you or uh, uh, it doesn't even have to be a female, it could be a male, but there could be someone within your energy field trying to cause temptation for my Taurus out there or being a temptation to you. So be on the lookout for someone with this type of energy, very outgoing, very flirtatious type energy, especially if you're not into that type of thing. But for those of you who may have children, I see you looking into putting your children into activities so you can have some more free time. As your money is coming in, your money is doing well, you have a little bit more money to spend on entertainment and leisurely things. So a lot of you are looking into hobbies, starting classes, starting aerobics or, fitness classes, dance classes, or putting your children into activities that are similar. But again, we can see that as a low level energy as well for some of my singles that someone around you might be trying to seduce you, but not not in a long-lasting kind of a way. This energy isn't coming to stay when they come in like that, okay? So amazing, amazing for my Taurus singles out there. It looks like you've been pouring a lot into your spirituality, your mental and your emotional cup. And the universe is here to say, we've seen all the work that you've been doing to get closer to us. We see all the work you've been doing to bring in your soulmate, your true twin flame. And yes, so you may be presented with a test or an option coming up, but it looks like the universe is really trying to fill your cup with your soulmate, with some soulmate energy, with some really fulfilling, loving energy coming in during this time for my Taurus singles out there. So for those of you who have just been working hard on your spirituality, on yourself, on your foundation, on building your worldly wealth and just working towards your family and your growth, it looks like the universe has seen you, and your calls and prayers and manifestations are going to be answered, and you have a cup of love coming in that's going to be overflowing with abundance. Again, when the cup of love comes in, it tends to overflow into all the other cups in the deck. For me, it's often the most important cup uh, that can come out, because again, for that very reason, it flows over into every other aspect of our lives, and it's very joyful. And for those of you who might be, again, on the hunt for your soulmate or twin flame, it looks like this person might be coming in, or you might have some communication or meet this person during this time. So that is wonderful for those of you who are trying to connect on a higher level and get together with your soul group and do your soul work for the universe and for yourself. Okay. So Taurus, we also have the Emperor energy. This is you standing strong and firm in your beliefs and your convictions. This is you elevating and ascending. This is you being blessed from the universe because of the love you give to the world, and because of the work that you've done on yourself to heal any traumas, wounds, cords, ancestral, negative ancestral cycles. We see you breaking free and deciding that you are the king of your castle, that you're the queen of your castle, that you determine what your life is going to be and no one else does. We see this being a super successful period for those of you who are trying to come into union, for those of you who are working on businesses, business plans, going back to school, taking classes, starting anything right now. For you Taurus, those of you who are dedicating yourself to some spiritual path, some form of belief, breaking cycles, breaking chains, taking your power back, all these things are going to be massively successful for you during this time. We also see that being Aries energy coming in. So you could have an Aries boss. You could be an Aries boss. You could be getting a promotion or a raise. For you single females out there, you could see an Aries or a fire sign come in, but I would stick more with the older of the two energies as opposed to the dancer, the youthful fire sign energy. You're going to see more success with the person who's a little older with fire sign in their chart, in a romantic sense, for my single Taurus out there. So we see the Three of Winter here. Make sure that you are reaching out for assistance if you need it. If you need clarity on different situations, if you've had a heartbreak recently that's caused you to kind of reevaluate and go into a dark night of the soul, or start doing spiritual work, start working on your triggers and things of that nature, or thrust you back into your employment, focusing on your children, your life, and your daily tasks. The universe is saying this sadness will pass, these struggles will pass, the confusion, the hurt, the pain, the attacks, they will end. You have the Ace of Cups here. You have the Emperor here. You have swords of completion, of new prosperous beginnings, new cycles starting, reconnecting and connecting with those that should be in your life and should be on your life path. Disconnecting from things that hurt you, cause pain, people trying to control you, control your life path. One thing we always need to keep in mind on our spiritual path, whether you're religious or spiritual, is that your life is your own. Your creator, regardless of who your creator is, wants you to live your path, not your parents' path, not your friends and family's path that they have dictated for you. You are here for your journey, and this is something you should really be focusing on during this time for my Taurus singles out there, and releasing the pain and make a choice. Be sure that you're confident in your decisions and make a choice that is best for you, not the choice that's going to make people around you happy. They don't have to live with your consequences. They don't have to live with the ramifications of your choices. You have to live for yourself. You have to set firm boundaries. You have to stand your ground, whether that be to family, friends, or anybody else. This is your choice. This is your life to live. And don't allow people to make you feel like you're trapped by their religious dogmas or their belief system. Your higher self is telling you what you should do. So don't allow people to cause conflict in between your intuition and what you know you should be doing and the path you know you should be on versus what they want you to be doing, the path they want you to be on. Because those who live their life for to fulfill the wishes of others are never really satisfied. We find ourselves missing out on our true loves, our twin flames, our soulmates, and things because we're living by other people's standards instead of doing what is truly meant for us. So have confidence in yourself, for my Taurus singles out there, that you're going to make the right choice. Your higher self is really trying to assist you in making the right choice and putting the person and people in your path that's going to take you to your soulmate, your forever partner, your twin flame. So don't be deterred by the temptation of this potential young fire sign. Don't be deterred by people coming in and trying to throw you off your path and create obstacles in your path, because we are meant here to be happy. We all have a job to do, but it involves being happy. You know, you have a privileged lady. You have someone around you. For my singles out there, or you're the privileged lady, that you have someone who has their eye on you, or you have your eye on them, and the one and the two breaks down to a three. And just like spiritual is divinely guided, there's someone who should be in your life. Many of you know this person already. For my Taurus is out there, and this is the person you're going to ascend with, or you should ascend with in this life. For those of you who are twin flames, obviously everyone has a choice to opt into a soulmate or twin flame relationship, short of that soulmate being your child or something of that nature, then your birth to kind of who the plan is. But as far as people who come into our lives for dating, work, community, neighbors, and things of that nature, you have the free will, a choice to say, yes, I will make this union happen. Yes, I will take these steps. So for many of you Taurus out there, if you happen to be a male, there's a privileged lady around you who happens to be your soulmate or twin flame. And for those of you who might be cross-watching or something like that, you are this twin, you are this privileged lady, you are this soulmate, and you probably know that already. And you guys are probably making tangible steps and decisions and trying to fight through obstacles so that you can be together, okay? So we see the courthouse. We see that this involves important documentation, that this potential situation could involve, whether it be important religious aspects, governmental aspects. Maybe you have to move, maybe you have to relocate, maybe you have to figure out how you relocate to another state, or maybe you have to finalize some custody things, or you have to pay some bills, or you have to finish a legal situation before you can move forward. But we do see this being a great time for new starts for my Taurus singles out there, and to welcome in this love. Your meticulous efforts have been paying off, and the universe is saying, we sent you an ace. We sent you the ace, the cup of love. We sent you your one. We sent you your counterpart, and it's up to you to take the worldly steps to make sure that you are with your counterpart. It's up to you to make the decision, to be strong enough to say, this is my life, Taurus. I'm going to make the best choice for me, not for my friends, not for my family, but for my soul growth, for my path, for my mission, for my happiness. I'm going to choose to be this privileged lady. I'm going to choose to accept this privileged lady in. And I'm going to take the steps I need to bring this into fruition and bring it into the 3D. So let's wrap up for our Taurus who are single right now with Kuan Yin. And we have, drink from the emerald fountain. The divine feminine encourages your awakening and empowerment. Your sincerity is invoking Kuan Yin's divine intervention. It makes sense to be open to receive it. To step forward and drink from the emerald fountain, which is the unconditional loving heart chakra of Kuan Yin. Allow yourself to be nourished by the power and love of the Divine Mother flowing to you now. The Divine Mother is sending your soulmate and your twin flame. Many of you already know who this person is for my Tauruses out there. And it's up to you to open your hand and open your cup to receive this love and these blessings that's coming in. The universe is really saying it's up to you at this point. They've brought this person in, they've put them on your path, and now it's up for you to do the tangible, worldly things to bring you all together. For my Tauruses who are single out there, many of you, again, you're going to be finding your soulmate. You're going to be speaking with your soulmate, connecting with your soulmate or your twin flame during this period. And it's up to you to build on this relationship and decide, regardless of different races, different religions, different locations, that you're going to make it work and you're going to find a way to be together. That's totally up to you to bring into the 3D. That's your free will for my Tauruses out there. And it's up to you to exercise your free will. So we're going to move on to our Taurus who are in relationships right now. And don't forget to thumbs up, like, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I do have a full-time job, so I do these readings after work, or I spend my weekend getting these readings done for you guys. So I really appreciate just a thumbs up if you appreciated my energy and my time. And make sure you leave your questions and your comments down below. You never know. You might be the person who gets chosen to get a free one-card reading in the comments section. You can book a reading by going through my homepage on YouTube, and you can find my email there or in the description under this video. You can find details on how to book a reading. If you need Reiki, I'll be making a price list, and I will be able to email over so people will be able to see the services that I offer, because YouTube has limited characters, so I can't really fit all the information in there, but I will be able to contact those who are interested in the reading or healing or cord cutting or anything of that nature, so that you can do what's going to be best for your budget. But again, make sure you stick around, because you might be able to get a free reading and free guidance in the comments section. And I plan on trying to do live videos soon, so hopefully you're subscribed and you'll get the notifications when I go live soon. And those will probably be more general readings, or those that I'm guided to read for. Those guided to hear that message that day. Okay, so we're moving on to our Taurus couples, those who are in relationships, those who are married, those who live together, those who are committed, those who are engaged to one another. Taurus, let's see what you're vibing with for April. Our Taurus couples, we've seen a lot of the energy run right through for the singles and couples, so you might want to check out the entire reading. You might see little tidbits that are meant for you in the singles or couples, and vice versa. That's just how it's been flowing the past couple of months, so keep that in mind. New starts. What did I say? This energy just, you know what? You might want to take a peek at the Scorpio reading too, if you have any placements in Scorpio for my Taurus people out there. So we see new starts, we see new beginnings, we see supported new starts, we see doves, clear skies, blue skies. We see a companion there to help you on your way, and a little hesitation with this new start, a little curiosity. But the universe is saying for you Taurus out there, they want you to be confident in this new start, that this new start, regardless of whether it's in love, life, or some other important aspect spiritually, that the universe is supporting this change. The universe is supporting this abundance coming towards you, this prosperous new change. You have companion, a support system there for you. You have your ancestors, your guides, your angels there for you. And if you can't feel them, go ahead and call them in and ask them to be by your side during anything that causes you to feel nervous. New starts, new jobs, a new location that you're going to be living, new community you're moving to, potentially, new job, new relationships, just new starts in all kinds of ways for my Taurus couples out there. So make sure you are aware of the fact that the universe is supporting this, and that you release the fear and the need to control the outcome of the situation and let it flow naturally like the universe kind of wants it to, and to let this natural new beginning just start, okay? So right now we see you in a hangman position. This could be you placing yourself in a hangman decision out of fear or indecision and not really knowing what to do. For my Tauruses out there, maybe some of you guys are recently single or recently broke up with someone and you're not really sure what to do at this time, so you're spending this time of introspective, very introspective time to get your thoughts collected, to try to figure out what it is you want to do. Where are you going to win in this situation? What is the best place? um, where is the best place for you to be mentally, emotionally, spiritually? What is going to be most abundant for you? And while you're in this time period, the universe is asking you to think about the things that are most important to you, to think about the things that trigger you, that cause you to feel lack, loss of emotional control, or loss of control of finances. What makes you feel out of control and makes you feel like you don't have the things that you need to create this new start? What could be causing you to feel insecure during this time? For my Taurus singles out there, for my Taurus in relationships out there, could it be turmoil within a relationship causing you to second guess it? Could it be worldly things outside causing confusion and causing blocks? Go ahead and tap into your inner self, tap into your spirituality, your Reiki, your higher self, your crown, your third eye chakra during this time, so that the answers that you need will come to you. We are starting out right away with our Taurus couples with two major arcanas. We see a new start wanting to begin, but you're putting a halt to it right now. You have yourself in this almost self-imposed hangman energy, feeling a little confused and not really sure which way to go. But again, we see the universe is here. They're supporting you in your efforts and saying, have confidence and trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. You can do it. So we see the Prince of Wand energy coming out, the journalist. We see a lot of you Taurus doing a lot of research, doing a lot of writing, and a lot of communicating, and just trying to analyze and figure out what's happening in the world, what's happening in the universe, what's happening with you spiritually and mentally. We see some of you delving into Akashic records and trying to learn more about the other lives that you have lived during this time. We see a lot of my Taurus out there who are in relationships, trying to get to know, ask a lot of questions of the universe, ask a lot of questions of your guides, of your spouse, just trying to get to know them on a deeper level. Try to get to know yourself on a deeper level. And all this introspective work you're doing while you're in the hangman, right before you make a major decision and a major new start. For my Taurus who are out there in relationships, and you're trying to figure out just what to do and what path to take moving forward. The universe is saying, whatever path that you take, they're here to support you. Just make sure that it's the path of your free will and not someone else's will. That you're doing what really matters to you and what feels right. We see the universe here. We see endings and beginnings, new cycles. We see you thriving forward and finding the strength to move past that hangman energy after all that introspective and break free and break through all the turmoil for your new start. We see you rising through the turmoil, the conflict, the pain, the expectations of others, and we see you pushing through toward for your goal, your happiness, and what's going to be best for you and your family and your life moving forward. Not what's best for others. In order for you to really be an asset to the world, we all need to be grounded and centered and be living our happiest, best version of ourselves and the happiest, best version of our life that we are meant to live for ourselves and not for someone else. And that way we can pay it forward and be great people for humanity and be great people for our family and friends and the people around us that mean the most. But you can't do that from an empty cup, and you can't do that from a point of suspension. So the universe is asking you, Tauruses, to delve within, to trust yourself, to trust the universe, to trust the guidance that you're receiving, and to make the choice, do the research that you need, but make the choice to go ahead and move forward with confidence and know that the universe is supporting these next steps of yours. Okay, ask the questions of this potential soulmate coming in, or this potential soulmate you're with, twin flame. Ask the questions. Spend the spiritual time together, reconnecting and emotionally and spiritually, and getting to know what triggers one another and your likes and dislikes. It only causes you to grow closer together and create a firmer foundation for which your love can grow on. Okay. But I feel just a strong energy and a strong need to tell my Tauruses to take your power back. Okay? So we see a lot of you guys are falling back in love with your partner, and both of you who may have been separated from someone. We see you guys trying to get back together with your twin flame, your soulmate, really making a decision, realizing that for some of you, other people made the decision and you could have potentially pushed away or moved away from somebody who was absolutely perfect and divinely matched for you. And a lot of you guys are looking back over that situation now and feeling the need to reconnect with this person, feeling lost in your emotions, or your counterpart feeling lost in their emotions and completely just wrapped up in love and loving feelings for one another. And the universe is supporting this, is saying, pull yourself out of hangman. This is your person. You need to be pursuing this. You need to have the confidence and the insight and the foresight to be able to say, this is my person. I can feel it in all of my soul. What do I need to do to bring this relationship into fruition and to anchor it into 3D, or to bring this relationship back? Whatever it is, the universe is going to help you with it. It's going to put people, places, and things in your way so that it can help facilitate the change that you need to bring this emotional situation back together. This thing that will bring you quite a lot of joy, this situation, this soulmate, this twin flame that you should be reconnecting with here. The universe is saying, we're trying to balance the scales. This is your twin. This is your counterpart. This is your abundance. This is where your abundance and your prosperity lies for my Tauruses out there who are trying to make a decision and realize, trying to see if they need to leave their past behind to go towards their soulmate and their twin flame. The universe is giving you a big nudge to say, pull yourself out of that hangman energy. Twin flame situations are always a choice. I know a lot of people say this is, oh, sometimes there's a runner and there's a chaser, or sometimes twin flames are romantic and sometimes they're not. But what you have to consider is the ultimate truth about twin flames is this is a choice. Once your twin flame or soulmate is presented to you, it is up to you to make the choice to commit to the twin flame experience, whether that be an emotional romantic relationship or whether it be a mentor mentee relationship. Your twin flame could be your boss. Your boss could be 30 years older than you. Who knows? You do. You know your path and your timeline. However, I see the universe trying to bring you justice. There could be a Libra or someone with Libra in their chart playing an important role during this time, but I see the universe trying to bring in the love that you deserve, you need. Many of you are twin flames, and the universe is trying to bring you your soulmate. We see completion. We see the universe saying, you need to get out of this hangman energy and move this forward. Now is the time. You see the sudden change of the wheel. This is a good nod. This is almost like a positive movement forward. This is almost like a positive tower. So I would suggest that many of you who know who your soulmate is, who know who your twin flame is, to work on that connection, work on planting those seeds, work on continuing to grow and nurture those seeds. This is also a lot of my couple Taurus out there who happen to be with their soulmate or who happen to be with a twin flame. We see you guys knowing that and working together to build a more successful future for you and your family. We see you coming together in union, reconnecting. Reconnections are happening a lot right now for soulmates and twin flames. We're in a very important aspect for ascension. So we see the universe really, really trying to push for soulmates and twin flames to get together and creating financial situations and putting people in your way to help you, putting finances in your way and situations and new job offers in different locations and things that help bring this relationship into 3D, and removing some of those things that were obstacles that created barriers for your connection in the past. So work with this supportive energy. In the past, you know, a lot of twin flames and soulmates had nothing but obstacles in coming together because dark forces know what happens when light meets light. We shine so bright that we start illuminating the world, and we start turning on other soulmates, and we start illuminating other people to awaken. So get together. It's very important, a mission that we all have to do here. Okay, so we see distant horizons. We see you coming to the end of a long journey, coming out of that hermit mode, coming out of that introspective period where you've done a lot of work. You have been through points of confusion where you felt like you needed clarity and you needed to tap into your guides and your ancestors and your higher intuition to come to conclusions. And for many of you Taurus out there, this has been a very long process. It's been a couple of years at least, but it looks like the universe is trying to support you in a much more prosperous, much more abundant, fast-moving next cycle. So make sure you ground yourself with this anchor. Don't let this anchor take you off onto another path that isn't your path. Don't let people guide you off of your path. Anchor this energy into the ground. Ground yourself. Do Reiki, do healing, do chakra work, and things of that nature. Keep your energy clear. Keep your home clear with Palo Santo and sage, and make sure you're putting your trust in your manifestations and believing in the universe is going to bring you two together, because we see the universe just telling you over and over and over, now is the time. Now is the time to come together. We have put everything in place for you two to come together. You need to now take the steps to make it happen. This is a highly honored relationship. This is highly favored from the universe. You're going to see recognition and reward and a highly, highly abundant phase if you are able to complete the connection with your soulmate or your twin flame, get married, move in together, come together, and bring this relationship face to face and into 3D for those of you who might be in long distance situations or might be apart through distance right now. But we see a lot of our twin flames coming back together. We see Taurus who may have separated from a girlfriend or boyfriend coming back together. Those of you who have been disconnected from your soulmate, and you know who your twin flame and soulmate is, we see these things coming back together, highly favored and highly honored from the universe. So don't hesitate to do what's right for you and your path and your family and what you want out of your life. This is your life. Religiously or spiritually speaking, it doesn't really matter. It is still your life to live. You were sit here with a purpose. You have free will, and you need to exercise it. And the universe is going to support you every step of the way. You're going to find a lot less resistance for the path that you're supposed to be on, as opposed to the stressful path that many of you are on now. And it makes you want to drink. It makes you want to escape. It makes you want to go party or not address issues. When you're on your right path, you don't come up against those types of forces and oppositions as much. So keep that in mind for my Taurus out there who are in relationships. And we're going to wrap up right now for my Taurus who are in relationships with Princess of Autumn Harvest. Princess of Autumn Harvest brings gifts and bounties of blessings for efforts and actions of the past. It is a time when fruits of your labor is ripe for the picking. A beautiful blessing is on its way to you now. With gratitude in your heart, you will recognize the blessing when it comes to you, and it will serve you perfectly. Be open to receive it, knowing it is justly deserved. So for many of you out there, again, don't block your blessings. Don't stand in the way of your soulmate or twin flame union. The universe is trying to bring this into fruition right now, starting right now into spring. And for a lot of you, you're going to be making these connections clearing through the fall of this year. So for several months, you're going to have the opportunity to meet and connect and become face to face and join with your soulmate or your twin flame. And it's massively important for the job that you have to do. So allow yourself to be rewarded for your actions. Allow yourself to be rewarded for the blessings of being a great person and surviving the situations that you've had to survive and be strong and struggle through to get yourself here and get yourself on this right path. The universe is saying it's time to get out of hangman. They have sent you the blessings right now, today, starting now, Taurus. Move towards your destiny. Move towards your soulmate. Move towards your forever twin flame. And make sure you leave your questions and comments down below. You never know, you might be the person who gets a free one card reading. And make sure you like, subscribe, share this with anybody who you may feel needs a little extra inspiration or may be able to connect with this message. And thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your thumbs up, your likes, subscribes, and participating in my channel and appreciating my time, because I appreciate you being here. Thanks so much.